Fresh batch of Su-34 bombers ready for action in Russian VKS. 30 days after the last delivery of Su-34s to the Russian Air Force, on September 2nd, today the United Aircraft Corporation announced the delivery of a fresh new batch of Su-34s to the Russian Army. Once again, UAC did not disclose the number of Su-34s in this batch. In the video released by UAC, only 2 aircraft are visible, and only 2 planes take off from the factory runway. These Su-34s have passed all tests, according to the company. Another batch of Su-34 aircraft has joined the ranks of the Aerospace Forces. The rhythm and timeliness of deliveries reflect the well-coordinated work of the aviation industry in the interest of the Russian armed forces. I am confident that the new and expanded capabilities of our Su-34 aircraft, which today feature the widest range of weaponry used, will contribute to achieving the objectives of the Northern Military District, said Denis Manturov, first deputy chairman of the government of the Russian Federation. Unlike the T-90M tanks, which, if damaged on the battlefield, can be repaired and returned to Ukraine as a new batch, the Su-34s produced come as new combat systems directly from the production lines. It cannot be denied that, even in small quantities, whether it is Su-3 OSM-2, Su-34, Su-35, or Su-57, the Russian aviation production complex maintains a steady pace of production. The production of combat aircraft in Russia, especially models such as the Su-30, Su-35, and Su-34, does not appear to be significantly affected by the economic sanctions imposed by Western countries following the invasion of Ukraine in 2022. One of the main reasons for this is that the Russian defense industry has long operated independently and relies primarily on domestic resources. According to experts like Ruslan Pukhov, director of the Center for Analysis of Strategies and Technologies, the Russian military industry, even since Soviet times, has had extremely independent production chains, which minimize external dependencies. This has allowed the country to continue its combat aircraft production program without major difficulties. In addition to domestic production capabilities, Russia also has large reserves of strategic materials and components that were stockpiled before the sanctions. Western analysts, such as Michael Kaufman from the Center for Naval Analyses, WLNA, also note that Russia prepared reserves of critical components even before sanctions were imposed, which reduces the effectiveness of economic restrictions on specific sectors like defense. This has allowed Moscow to continue modernizing and expanding its air forces despite international pressure. However, Western experts warn that the long-term effects of sanctions may become evident later, especially in technological aspects such as avionics and microelectronics, which require more specialized and modern technologies. If Russia fails to develop and adapt its own substitutes for high-tech components, this will limit its ability to produce more complex systems in the future, says Mark Galeotti, a specialist in Russian military affairs. In the short term, however, sanctions have not slowed down the production of combat aircraft, keeping Russia's air potential stable. Although the Su-34 is one of the main frontline bombers of the Russian army, it has failed to gain international attention and is not exported to foreign markets. The main reason for this is that it was specifically designed for the needs of the Russian armed forces, making it too specialized and not as attractive to potential buyers. According to aviation expert Pyotr Butovsky, the Su-34 was designed with a specific role in mind for the Russian military, to replace the Su-24 in long-range tactical strikes, limiting its applicability outside of Russia. Foreign markets often seek multi-role aircraft with a broader range of capabilities suitable for various missions and scenarios. Additionally, the Su-34 is a large and expensive aircraft, competing with other more affordable and flexible options in the international market. Other Russian aircraft, such as the Su-30 and Su-35, are more popular because they offer multifunctionality and better value for money. According to Richard Connolly, an expert on the Russian defense industry, foreign buyers often prefer multi-role fighters like the Su-30, which can perform both airstrikes and air patrols, making them more attractive. The Su-34 is heavier, less maneuverable, and too specialized as a bomber, making it less competitive than other multi-role combat aircraft. The lack of interest in the Su-34 from international markets may also be because Russian aircraft often suffer from issues with logistical support and spare parts, making fleet maintenance difficult in the long term. Western experts note that ensuring a reliable supply chain for Russian aircraft can be complex for foreign operators, which discourages buyers. As stated by Justin Bronk from the Royal United Services Institute, this, along with its high cost and limited flexibility, explains why the Su-34 has not found a place in the international arms market.
The Su-34 is a multi-role fighter bomber designed for tactical strikes against ground and naval targets, as well as achieving air superiority at medium and long ranges. It was developed by the Sukhoi Design Bureau and entered service with the Russian Aerospace Forces (VKS) in 2014. The aircraft is based on the platform of the Su-27 fighter, but features a larger fuselage and a twin-seat cockpit with side-by-side seating for the pilots, which facilitates interaction during long missions. The Su-34 is equipped with two AL-31FM-1 engines, providing a maximum speed of about 1,900 km per hour and a combat radius of up to 1,100 km with a full combat load. The aircraft is armed with a 30mm GSH-30-1 autocannon and has 12 external hardpoints for mounting various types of weapons, including air-to-air and air-to-ground missiles, bombs, and long-range missiles. The maximum combat load that the Su-34 can carry reaches 8,000 kilograms, making it extremely effective in ground attack missions. The V004 radar system allows it to detect and engage targets at long distances, as well as conduct reconnaissance missions. The Su-34 is also equipped with advanced electronic warfare systems, enabling it to counter various threats, including surface-to-air missile systems and enemy fighters. The Su-34 is also distinguished by its ergonomic features and durability during long missions. The cabin is armored, protecting the crew from small arms fire and shrapnel. Pilot comfort has been significantly improved compared to its predecessors, with provisions for rest during longer operations. Thanks to its durable landing gear and ability to take off and land from unpaved or temporary airstrips, the Su-34 can operate under reduced infrastructure support, making it suitable for various theaters of military operations. These characteristics make it a significant component of the Russian Aerospace Forces arsenal, although its specialized profile limits its international appeal.